Hello everyone, my name is Siti Aziza Nurhalimah Rais and I would like to present my final project about classroom management. In this presentation, I will explain three important topics: teaching tolerance, helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression, and disruptive behavior. After that, I will also discuss three classroom cases and explain the best strategies to solve each problem. Let's begin. First, what is classroom management? Classroom management is the process of organizing the classroom to create a safe, comfortable, and positive learning environment. It is not only about controlling students, but also about helping them learn effectively. The main objective of classroom management are to create a safe classroom, encourage positive behavior, improve student engagement, and support effective learning. For example, before starting a lesson, a teacher explained the classroom rules such as raising hand before speaking and respecting classmates. These simple rules help students understand what is expected and make the learning process run more smoothly. The next topic is teaching tolerance. Teaching tolerance means respecting and appreciating differences among students, such as their culture, religion, opinions, and backgrounds. This is important because it helps prevent bullying, builds empathy, uh, encourage teamwork, and creates an inclusive classroom where everyone feels accepted. For example, a teacher can divide students into mixed groups instead of letting them choose only their close friends. These activities teaches students to work together and respect different opinions. Teachers play a very important role in building tolerance in the classroom. Teachers should become good role models by showing respect to every student. They should also encourage respectful communication, stop discrimination immediately, and give equal opportunities to everyone. As a result, students will feel respected, cooperate better with each others, and enjoy a more positive classroom environment. For example, during a class discussion, if students have a different opinion, the teachers remind them to listen respectfully before giving their own ideas. The third topic is helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Sometimes students experience stress because of academic pressures, conflict with friends, or personal problems. Teachers should help them manage this emotion in positive way. Some effective strategies include staying calm, listening actively, and teaching students how to control their emotion instead of reacting aggressively. Like for example, if a student feels disappointed after getting a low score, the teacher can listen to the student concerned and encourage them to focus on improving rather than giving up. Besides listening to students, teachers can also use several strategies to manage student emotion. For example, teacher can give students time to calm down, use positive reinforcement, teach problem-solving skills, and communicate with parents if necessary. These strategies help students develop better emotional control, reduce conflict, and create a more positive classroom atmosphere. As an example, after taking a few minutes to calm down, a student apologized to a classmate and is ready to continue the lesson. Now let's move to disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior is any behavior that interrupts the teaching and learning process. Some common examples are talking during lesson, using mobile phones in class, interrupting the teachers, and distracting classmates. Teachers should respond by setting clear classroom rules, being consistent, and giving positive reinforcement when students behave appropriately. For example, if a student keeps talking during the lesson, the teacher can remind the student about the classroom rules and encourage them to focus on the lesson. To manage disruptive behavior effectively, teachers need to build positive relationship with students. Teachers should also use interesting learning activities, give a clear instruction, and praise students who show positive behavior. These strategies helps improve classroom discipline, increase student participation, and make learning more effective. For example, instead of giving a long lecture, the teacher can use group quiz or discussion activity. This keeps students actively involved and reduces of task behavior. And now I will continue with part 2, which is focusing on solving classroom problem. Now let's discuss the first case. Mr. Johnson has a student named Alex who often shows aggressive behavior. He interrupts the lesson, talks back to the teacher, and sometimes even becomes physically aggressive towards his classmate. To solve this problem, there are three effective strategies. First, positive reinforcement. The teacher should praise Alex whenever he follows classroom rules or behaves respectfully. This encourages him to repeat positive behavior. And second, teach emotional regulation. Alex can learn simple techniques such as taking deep breath, counting to 10, or asking for a short break when he feels angry. Third is collaborate with the parents and the school counselor. By working together, they can identify the causes of Alex behavior to provide consistent support both at school and home. Strategies can help Alex manage his emotions and gradually reduce his aggressive behavior. Second problem is about off-task behavior. Several students in Mr. Smith's class often lose focus. They daydream, chat with their friends, or use their phone during the lesson. To improve this situation, Mr. Smith can use interactive learning activities such as group discussions, quizzes, or classroom games. These activities make students more interested and involved in learning. He should also limit phone use during class to reduce distractions. And finally, he can reward students who stay focused and participate actively. Even simple praise can motivate students to keep paying attention. By using these strategies, students are more likely to stay engaged throughout the lesson. The last case is about Jake. Jake often talks without permission, makes inappropriate comments, and distracts his classmates. This behavior affects the learning environment. There are three strategies that Mrs. Brown can use. First, she should set clear classroom rules so students understand what behavior is expected. Second, she should talk to Jake privately instead of embarrassing him in front of the class. This helps build trust and allows the teacher to understand the real reason behind his behavior. And third, she should reinforce positive behavior by praising Jack whenever he follows the rules or participate appropriately. These strategies can improve Jack's behavior while maintaining a positive classroom atmosphere. Okay, so to conclude, classroom management is essential for creating a safe, respectful, and productive learning environment. Teaching tolerance helps students respect one another and work together. Helping students manage anger and frustration allow them to express their emotion in a healthy way. Managing disruptive behavior with positive strategies also improves classroom disciplines and supports effective learning. And in my opinion, a good teacher is not someone who only teaches academic subjects, but also someone who guides students to become respectful, responsible, and confident individuals. And thank you very much for your attention. I'm Aziza. That is the end of my presentation. Have a good day.